It's the fourth episode of building an enclosure for every dinosaur in the game. Today it's Pyroraptor. I started on the California map because it has the best type of snow, and I wanted to create something a snowy dinosaur for the Pyroraptor. And thankfully, Robert had the suggestion to make it a snow fox, and I did not like the skin. I'm sorry, Rob. I just didn't like the skin. The brown and the white, it was so horrible. I couldn't. And now I'm just going to go along with the path and trying to line the path up with this little curve. And that's basically the basis I had for my dinosaur enclosure. And this is just basically what I do with my enclosures. I think of one thing I want, or maybe two, or maybe it's a feature that the dinosaur has, like I did with the Suchomimus. And I just did it, and I let the rest go on and see what I want to do with that. And it's basically what just happened, and I'm just going to line this place with fences to do a planter. And I'm just going to line it up with signs and lights and trying to light everything up. And I wanted to use the spotlights. Didn't have really a big place for it. I'm going to use Legion's tropical planter trick. And the problem I have with that is there's no planters really that big or that small as the size of the tropical planters, and it doesn't look that good. I'm gonna be honest, it doesn't look that good inside maps like the California biome or Taiga, or I'm not sure. Mediterranean looks good, but yeah. And now we're just gonna line it up with the plant pots, and now we are going to continue lining it up. And I forgot what happens next, so I'm just gonna talk about my schedule for the next coming weeks. So basically, I'm not sure if the live stream will happen. I'm sorry, guys, but I don't know. I'll try to make it happen, but there will definitely be Prehistoric Wildlands, I hope, for this weekend. And I'm really excited for what you guys are gonna get, because this is gonna turn out really good. And I'm just gonna line it so it's like a little attraction so people can see the Pyroraptors going onto the little cove. And I thought about doing just a lagoon area because of the Pyroraptor swimming scene in the game. And, no, in the movie, I'm sorry. I can't talk today, really. Excuse me about that. And now I'm just gonna continue on lining white rocks, which I know they look Mediterranean, but I think they look great in the snow. And I'm just gonna line up the terrain, and I'm just gonna go with that little snow biome, and I just wanted to create the rest. And I just did one lagoon because you can't really swim in it. This is something that's becoming more and more common throughout my builds, and it's the shelter. I really like how it looks, and I think I did it a little bit differently this time, like Evolution Square's hanger from a mini Sorn episode. And I just like playing around with the terrain on this, and I thought it looked pretty cool. Now I'm just going to line up the terrain so it can't get fixed. And I'm just going to continue on with shelter. Now I'm just going to connect that path, and yes. I'm just going to hide that area with fluffy bush and tropical trees. And now I'm just going to put up the snow. And I'm just going to try to terrain line it. And just going to make a little bedding area for that. I'm going to do the rock work because what's really good is that rock work. And I tried to distract it from the trees because it's supposed to be a tundra biome and you don't really have a lot of trees there. I added the foliage in the shelter for bedding, and it was supposed to be artificial bedding, but I couldn't really figure out how to do it. I'm trying to do a rock glitch I found on Cretaceous Containment, and I just couldn't do it. I'm not good with glitches, man. And I'm just going to do the viewing dome, which has been becoming more and more and more significant, and I just decided to line it with that, and, to put up that area. And I haven't used kelp in a while. I felt like it kind of just got disused after a while. So, why not create a huge kelp forest? And I thought that looked pretty cool. I'm just going to line it up with path. And now I'm just going to continue along lining the path. And there. I'm just going to line that little path like it's a transition, if that makes sense. And there. Now I'm just gonna continue along with the decorations, putting up signs for the Velociraptor to see, like, you know, Pyroraptor, Velociraptor. I kind of view it as the same thing. I wish we had more dinosaur signs. That would be something I would like in Evolution 3. Because, yeah, I just want some better decorations because I don't see how we could get any better game mechanics unless there's swimming or anything. But other than that, I just don't see how. Gonna continue along lining the planters because I need something to fill that empty gap in there. And continue along with that. Gonna line everything with planters, and I thought about, you know, how can we put this in the transition to our park? Because you're not just gonna make a Pyroraptor park in your park then leave, or Pyroraptor something in your park and then leave. So I decided to create a stairwell, and this could just be a little Pyroraptor Cove. And that's it. There. Now I'm just going to continue along with that path, and it's a little area to transition into the other park. And I'm not gonna lie, this skin sucked. I hated it so much. I'm sorry, Rob. It sucked. But it just I didn't like it. Just a blank pattern. It didn't look good. You guys know it too, right? You guys know it didn't look good too, right? You guys have to admit it didn't look good. Either way, this is the end of this video. Please like and subscribe. And until next time, bye-bye.